Hey there, Mrs. Williams here, and this is question 7.6.B-9. It says a photographer has enough liquid toner for 50 3-inch by 4-inch prints. How many 7-inch by 9-inch prints will this amount cover? And so we're looking at a two-dimensional area, so that's why this comment here is telling you that the toner covers the area of the print because area has two dimensions, length and width. So the purple rectangle that I drew here, definitely it's not to scale, but we're going to represent this one. This is going to be our 7-inch by 9-inch rectangle, or our print. And essentially what we're doing is we have 50 3 by 4-inch prints, or that's how much toner we have. We have enough to make 50 3 by 4-inch prints. But we want to know, okay, that's great if we're making 3 by 4-inch prints. We're not making 3-inch by 4-inch prints, we're making 7 by 9. So we want to know how many of these 7 by 9-inch prints can we make. And so this green here, I just made a larger rectangle to show that we have a bunch of toner. We could spread out over a certain amount of area. And this area would be equivalent to the 50 3 by 4-inch prints. So, you spread your ink out here. Let's say that 50 3 by 4-inch prints fit in this space. Well, again, we want to convert this to 7 by 9-inch prints. So one way to do this would be to first find the area of just one of these 7 by 9-inch prints. So we can do that using the area formula for a rectangle, length times width. So we have 7 times 9 inches squared, because we've multiplied the inches on the 7 and the inches on the 9. So we would have 63 inches squared, and that would represent just one print. Okay. Now again, this amount of ink that we have available is enough for 50 3 by 4-inch prints. So we want to know how much area would that amount to. So if we take one 3 by 4-inch print and we calculate the area using length times width, 3 inches times 4 inches is 12 inches squared, 12 square inches. But that's just one 3 by 4 print. We have enough for 50. And so picture, no pun intended, taking these 3 by 4-inch prints and putting them, in rows going, or in columns going down and rows going across, enough to fill up 50 on this page. How much area would we cover then? Well, we know the amount of area for one print, so we can find the area for 50 prints by multiplying the area for one print by 50. And so we end up with 600 square inches altogether for all 50 3 by 4-inch prints. That's how much toner we have. Okay, so now this is a little bit tricky, but remember what we're doing now. We're going to take off these 3 by 4 prints. We want to put on these 7 by 9 prints. Okay, so we're going to picture making rows and columns of the 7 by 9 prints, enough to fill up the same amount of area that the toner covered for the other 3 by 4-inch prints. So how many can we put on there? Well, what we're trying to figure out is the total area equals one print, so area for one print times how many? How many of these can we stick on here? So we'll represent that with X. So X represents how many 7 by 9-inch prints this amount will cover. So that is great whenever we can make our question equal x, that's usually what we want to do to set it up algebraically. That's a great way to just directly set it up and find our answer. So let's use what we know to find this answer. We know that the total area is 600 square inches. We know that the area for one print is 63 square inches times how many of these puppies we're going to need. And so to get that x by itself, we want to divide on both sides by that 63 inches. 63 square inches, I should say. Excuse me. And so we end up with 9.52 as x. So go back and think about what x means. X is how many 7 by 9 inch prints this amount will cover. Well, we can't have 0.52 of a print. I don't think anyone would appreciate you cutting their picture in half. So we're going to say sensibly in this question that this would cover 9 prints. And you'll have a little extra toner left over, but it'll just have to go towards the next order, I suppose. So I hope that helps.